All right, YouTube, what is going on? It is Zaya here from Zaya&TheSteelers, and we are back with another post-game reaction, and we are back with another victory as the Pittsburgh Steelers move to 6-3. Let's get a gunshot. Let's get a gunshot for Jaylen Warren being the best running back in the NFL. Let's get a gunshot for splash plays after splash plays after splash plays. And let's get a gunshot for sideline Matt Canada 2-0, baby. So, if you are new to the channel and if you are a Steelers fan and you enjoy Steelers content or NFL content in general, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you end up liking this video. But yeah, man, we got to get right into this. So, an absolute stellar performance to me on the ground for not only Jaylen Warren, but Najee Harris too specifically. But if you've been on the channel for a little bit, if you've been watching my videos for a little bit, you know I am a Jaylen Warren. I'm a big Jaylen Warren guy. I was a fan of him last year. I was really excited about him coming into this season. I was very excited about our running game coming into this season. And it's been, you know, a bit of a slow start. The game really hasn't picked up until about 2 or 3 games ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And it's been like progressively getting better, progressively getting better. The addition of Broderick Jones maybe helps that, for sure helps that, 1,000% helps that. What it took to get Broderick Jones on the field, you know, whether it was Chukwuma Okorafor doing whatever he did, whether it was Dan Moore, you know, he got hurt, but we knew Dan Moore wasn't really, you know, the greatest at his position, but for some reason the Steelers did. Whatever it takes, man, whatever it takes to get Broderick Jones on the field, it works because, man, we are running the ball like we were like it was prescribed to us, like the vision was there, like us taking Darnell Washington in the third because we were going to be a team that runs the ball hard and efficiently. That's what we were sold on. That's what we expected to see. And for the beginning of the year, it wasn't that. It was kind of mid. It was kind of a carryover of last year. But now here we are halfway through the season. Man, we are looking a little different. Let me get one more gunshot. I do have some gameplay footage as well. Shout out to Pickensburg for the tweet. And this is some, you know, Jaylen Warren footage. It's his touchdown. Najee Harris got a touchdown as well. But as I said, you know, big Jaylen Warren guy, just absolutely just shedding through, getting to the end zone. Like, are you kidding me? Look at this run, guys. Like, I'm telling you, from where are we? Like about the 15 maybe? Like this is huge to be able to score from here because we know the problems we've had in the red zone. We know the problems that maybe Kenny Pickett's going through that maybe I'm going to get to later in the video because I have to talk about it and we have to be objective. And you know, the points have been hard to come by, but the fact that we can just pound the ball from there, right there, we can score. That is amazing to see. That is huge to see, especially for an offense that has been struggling. I have another play right here, which is kind of like TV footage, but it really shows off the blocking. I think it really shows off like how we've been able to get push in the run game. So as you can see, this is a run to the left side, and Broderick Jones over here, he's doing his thing. But like, just look at this push. Look at the options Jaylen has to go through. There's for sure like 2 holes right here that Jaylen Warren can pick from. And just we're just getting movement in the front. We are getting pressure on the D line. They're having to respect our run game. Before it was like, oh, the Steelers can't run, and Kenny Pickett is maybe mid, like, let's just fall asleep on defense. We know their plays too. We know what plays they're going to run. We can predict them. Now, if we can continue to run the ball like this, not only with Jaylen Warren, but Najee Harris did have a good running game too. I don't want to sleep on him. Not only with Jaylen Warren, but with Najee Harris in general. We can be a formidable foe on offense. And with that said, I don't want to exactly leave. Do I have another? Okay, yeah. I don't want to exactly leave the positivities, the positivities, but I think this kind of transitions. Kenny Pickett, man. Kenny Pickett, man. We're gonna need better. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna fall on my sword. I'm gonna say it. We're gonna need better from Kenny Pickett. I would like for the plays to look better. In fact, I do have this Nick Farbaugh tweet. Shout out to him. So if you guys didn't watch the game, there was a play where Kenny Pickett kind of threw it behind the line of scrimmage, and Jaylen Warren, he ended up like dropping it. And if you don't know, if you throw the ball behind the line of scrimmage, it should be a fumble. And that pretty much happened, and it was ruled not a fumble. We got kind of lucky, essentially. But it really, like, breaking down the one play makes it seem like not that big of an issue. But it's just the lackluster play over time, the lackluster play, especially these past 2 games, where it seems like our running game is hitting, where it seems like our line is kind of, you know, getting some push. And, you know, to be honest, like, especially this game, to be honest, Kenny Pickett like really stuck out in this game as like, man, if we got some better play out of him, things would look much better. Now, You know, I don't want to lay down the sword. I got the Pitt helmet in the back. I own the Kenny Pickett jersey. I'm a big Kenny Pickett guy. It could still be Matt Canada isn't the greatest, and I'm not crowning him king. I'm not saying Matt Canada is the greatest for 2 good games. But just in general, with how the games have gone, today's game and maybe even the last game that I didn't get the chance to see in full. Kenny Pickett is just under the spotlight, under the microscope. It doesn't look good. It hasn't looked good. And so we're going to need to pick it up. And you see I have Matt Canada on the graphic as well. I don't want to act like he's not doing anything and he's not doing his thing because the 2-0 on the sideline is good. But we need to progress even farther now. Like, I understand the offense was in such a horrible spot that it's like, all right, we gotta take it step by step to fix this shit. So step one, moving you from up the fuck there to down the fuck here. You know, that was step one. Cool. Step two, run the ball from 1 yard a gain, take that and to make it 5 yards a gain or 5 yards a carry, you know? So that was step two. We're on step two. What is step three? Figure how to get Kenny Pickett to throw to get these plays off. Figure that out. Figure out how to get on the same page because we're 6-3, guys. Let me get a gunshot for 6-3. We're 6-3, baby. We're threats. We're a real team. We have a chance. The trade deadline is over. The free agents, Josh Dobbs, I know he's been playing well. I know he's been doing his thing, but the Josh Dobbs market is over. Like, there is no Josh Dobbs to get. And so however you feel about Kenny Pickett, whether you think it's over now, whether you think there's still a chance, whether you think he's playing fantastic, he has to be the guy going forward. He has to be the guy at least for the remainder of this season. And we're 6-3. And so we got to capitalize. We have to do what we got to do in order to make Kenny Pickett look good. Now, whether it's completely his fault, that's the thing. But we got to figure out how and what he's good at and how and what we can do for the rest of the games and what we can do to have this look slightly more positive. And once again, this was, I know it came down to a 1 point, or not a 1 point, but like a 1 possession, 1 touchdown game. And it really came down to the wire. But that first half, man, getting 17 off in the first half, that felt really good. And then, we didn't really do much after that. But it felt really good to get that for the half. And I don't know. I think this was a really good sign. This was a really good sign of life. Last game was a really good sign of life. And if we can just cross some T's and dot some I's with Kenny Pickett, if Kenny Pickett can just do what he does good, even better now. If he can just, if he's not great at everything, the things that he is great at, if we can heavily emphasize those, if we can figure out how to get plays to the middle of the fucking field, please. If we can stop running these, just outside, fuck it. I guess we'll send a bomb. Once every 10 plays, fuck it. The George Pickens comeback curl route, like that's a W. That is a W play. I get it, but it's like, fam, we're either running that or if Connor Hayward is anywhere on the field, he's getting the ball. We need to just hone in on passing plays that Kenny Pickett can hit and move with those ones for the remainder of the season. And we'll see. We will see how things shake up. I know, there's going to be Steelers fans that are all mad about it. There's going to be Steelers fans that like aren't, the most happy, the most positive given the lackluster second half performance, I guess, on offense. And, but I'm telling you, man, we ran the ball. Like, if you just watch the game, like, you can see we are so close. We are so close to everything coming together. Now, whether that means next season we get a new OC, well, we have to get a new OC. I don't want to act like, I don't want to act like that's not, a thing. Like, we have to get a new OC next offseason. But once again, Matt Canada, these plays work in his head. These plays work on the little paper book that he writes them on. These plays work somewhere, somehow. And we are getting dangerously close to them actually working in the NFL. That's all I'm saying. We're getting close to it. We're getting close to the final result, the final advertised product. So we will see. The last thing I do want to mention as well is just splash plays, man. Let's get a gunshot for splash plays. So the first one we have, actually, this is the, which one is are they both the game? Okay, this was the first interception that we made. And this one, Patrick Peterson. Let's get a gunshot for Patrick Peterson, ladies and gentlemen. Patrick Peterson, he's been having a up and down season, but this play right here was huge. So Jordan Love stepping back. Our defense was getting carved apart too all day. Like, whenever they wanted to play, and it's been like that the whole season. This is a W, 6-3. I don't want to go too crazy, but man, I'm tired of seeing our defense getting carved up. But it's okay when our defense can get carved up, that when we get to the red zone, plays like this can happen. So a shout out to Patrick Peterson for deflecting the ball, and then shout out to Keanu Neal for getting the interception. And, he almost took this one to the house, baby. So let's get some gunshots here. I even think he was a little hobbled on the end of the play. So prayers for Keanu Neal. Hopefully that wasn't too big, but shout out to Patrick Peterson for making this play, and shout out to Keanu Neal for getting the interception. And then on the last play of the game, we get another interception, this time by DeMonte Casey. Let's get a gunshot for DeMonte Casey. This one was to end the game. Obviously, we know no Minkah Fitzpatrick. Obviously, we know Dan Smith got crushed. This play had some extra stuff after it, but obviously we know no Minkah. It's gonna be tough. No Minkah out there. Plus, our secondary isn't the greatest. Joey Porter Jr. his rookie season, he's playing well. Our secondary isn't the greatest. But gains are gonna happen. But if we can continue to have these splash plays, if we can continue to lock in when necessary, hey man, who's to say we can't win the AFC? Who's to say we can't win at least the AFC North? We could at least win the AFC North. I know Baltimore's kind of balling, but we did beat them too. So man, we will see. But I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are too. Let me know your thoughts and your final outlooks of the game. And let me know, how you guys feeling about Kenny Pickett, man. What are we gonna do about quarterback? Let me know. Anyways, this has been Zaya from Zaya and the Steelers. Big 6-3, big Pittsburgh Steelers, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.